Hi, and welcome to Mission 5, Lesson 18, where our student objective is to add and subtract more than two fractions. So now we're going to be looking at if we're given three fractions or more, how we can add them or subtract them together. So let's take a look at an addition example and a subtraction example together. This is an example of a addition problem using fractions, where we have at least three numbers. So you see we have 3/7 plus 6/7 plus 4/7. So what we're doing today, we added another number. Now we're going to add three fractions together. And it wants me to write that answer as a mixed number. So what I need to do here is, the first thing I need to do is add 3/7 plus 6/7 plus 4/7. Now, remember to add, they all have to have the same denominator, all be in the same unit. So are they all in the same unit? Do they have the same denominator? Yes, they do. So, because they're all in sevenths. So I can go ahead and add them. So all I really need to do is 3/7 plus 6/7 plus 4/7. So 3 plus 6. Just going to do 3 plus 6 is 9. That's a 9. Plus then that 4 that I still had. And 9 plus 4 is 13. And then it's really just 13/7. Just like that. Now, can I leave it as 13/7? I cannot leave it as 13/7 right now. It wants me to write it as a mixed number. So a reminder, a mixed number is when we rename the whole number as a whole. We know it's an improper fraction when the numerator right here is greater than the denominator. 13 is more than 7. So this is an improper fraction. So that means within this 13/7, we have at least one whole that we can pull out and rewrite it. So I'm going to take 13/7 and I'm going to use, just like we've been doing in the past, I'm going to use a number bond. Okay. And I'm going to take out the whole from 13/7. So in sevenths, what is one whole equal to? One whole is equal to 7/7. It takes 7/7 to equal one whole. So what I did there, I just pulled out a whole number. And then if I took away 7/7 from 13/7, what am I left with? Well, if I started with 13, I subtracted 7. What am I left with? I'm left with 6. So I'm left with 6/7, just like that. That's a 7. 6/7. So I have 7/7 and 6/7. And again, together, if I put them back together, 7 plus 6 is 13/7. But I want to rename that 7/7 as one whole. So instead of saying 7/7, I'm going to say one whole. So what is this all together? It's one whole and 6/7, just like that. Now, just so we're clear, 1 and 6/7 and 13/7, they are actually equal to each other. They are two ways of saying the same thing. 13/7 is the same as 1 and 6/7. They're just two different ways of saying it. And a mixed number way, which is the way they want us to write it, is when we have the whole number here. Okay. So let's take a look at now a subtraction problem. So in this case, we have 1 minus 3/6 minus 2/6. All right. Now, what I notice, what sends a flag off to me when I first start here, is this one whole. Because right now, I can't do 1 minus 3/6 minus 2/6 because this 1 is not written as a fraction. So the first thing I need to do in this case, I need to rename one whole as a fraction. Well, what am I dealing with? What's my unit? I'm dealing with sixths, right? Look at this, sixths. So I know, didn't want to do that. So I know that they all have to be in sixths here. And the 3/6 is and 2/6 is. But I have to rename one whole in sixth now to be able to subtract them. So, well, what does one whole equal in sixth? One whole is equal to 6/6, right? Because remember, a one whole, the numerator and the denominator are the same. It takes 6/6 to make one whole. So I just renamed one whole as 6/6 right there. Now I can subtract them. I can do 6 minus, and I know it's going to end up in sixths because the denominator stays the same. I can do 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. And then minus the 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1/6. And that's what I'm left with here. 1/6. Don't pay any attention to that little line right there. 1/6. All right. So just the difference being in this one, and you'll see this in subtraction a lot of times, you'll have to rename the whole number first. So just like I did, I renamed one whole as 6/6. Now, if it had been sevenths, 1 whole equals 7/7. It had been eighths, 1 whole equals 8/8, etc. So really what you're working on is adding and subtracting these numbers and then rewriting where you have to get them into a mixed number or to turn a whole number back into a fraction. So that's what we're working on today. Have fun on this fraction. Let's call it this fabulous fraction foray. That makes sense? I guess we're just going to go with it. Yes. Okay. Go get them.